Okay, so let's continue this. Wait here, Asahi. We'll be with you after a quick shower. He'll be with you after a quick shower. I'll prepare some tea. I won't forget to get Mur a snack as well. Don't mind us, you must be really busy. Today's case was an outlier. My main job is to support the guildmaster after all. Anyway, I'll be right back. Marisa's position within the guild is a bit of a mystery. She's been with the guild for longer than Grant has, and is also the more experienced adventurer. Sorry to keep you waiting, Asahi. Nah, it's no problem at... His hair was still damp from his shower. Drops of water still hung around his... okay. No. His... I never know how to say this. Do you say like chai or chi? Chiseled packs? Because it has an H. So maybe you usually quiet the I when it has like chiseled packs. I think it's like that. But I have a huge issue with English phonetics, yeah. With the tower over his shoulder, Grant walked in. It's one of those. I need to start writing to remember these words that I tend to forget over the time. Why the heck are you practically naked, Grant? Where are your clothes? See the bulge thing that I was telling you about? Yeah. We're going to see those. Wearing nothing but a pair of risque undies. Ah, sorry, my bad. I always dress like these after a shower. My body's always so hot after a good spar, you see. Whatever, put some clothes on. This was hardly a new sight for me. I'm used to seeing my lodgers in their underwear after a bath or as they trained. That said, this was a guild office and we're alone. You don't have to shout, this isn't our first rodeo together. How about not making that sound so wrong? There you go, being all serious and modest. Bet you're still a virgin. Youch! Destroy all sex pasts? Knock before you enter, we have a guest here. There's the mirror, look at yourself. Go get dressed, you. Want me to you? Okay, another one. Want me to cool you down if you're still feeling hot? It'll be my pleasure. Nah, I'm good. It's you who needs to chill. You alright, Asahi? Did your eyes burn or ears bleed from being exposed to that? I'm fine, just a little surprised. I don't see what's so funny about teasing me. It's what happens when little rascals grow up unchecked. They are big babies who never got over their silly pranks, huh? Don't you ever be like that, okay? Marisa placed a teacup and a small plate of cookies on the table before excusing herself. Still sour at being teased, I glared at Grant. Grant belonged to the demon race. He had a single twisted horn and a mystic eye hidden underneath an eye patch. Their most notable trait being how they are able to feed on the sexual vitality of others. Ooh. That also meant that their own vitality was strikingly high, which suggests they are prone to loot. Sorry, I was like, loot. Well, you get the drill. If I'm saying things in the wrong way, it's fine, it's me, I keep forgetting how things sound. Yeah, as I say, it's normal, yeah. I never gave it much thought, but now that I did, I couldn't help but blush at the thought. It's the most funny thing, isn't it? Like, like 1 minute I forget, the other minute I'm just like saying it, and I'm like, oh, it was like this. I just, you know. Yeah, like that. Sometimes it comes out, other times don't. Cut that out, me. I don't even know much about demons. I'm stereotyping him. Didn't like what you saw, huh? Too bad. Lots of folks find this body irresistible. Or not. His sexual proclivities may have nothing to do with his race. Yeah, that must be it. Wish he wouldn't mess with me like he did. I'm not sure how much I could take. Hey, Grant. Murmur lunged at Grant's face just as I started to speak. Ow, I'm sorry. Okay, my bad. Murr. Come on, lighten up. How about another cookie? Murr. They've known each other for a while now, so it didn't take much to bribe his way back into Murmur's good books. Yeah, the best way to do this, as I've been noticing, is like, usually I can read them better when it's like the second time that I'm doing it. Do you understand? Because I already went by the process of like reading the thing. Another thing is like, you seeing it for the first time. It's not your native language, and you're just seeing it for the first time, and it's very raw, and you're just like, you don't even know what type of intonation you should give to that sentence in there, and then it just comes out a bit flat, you know, because you're just doing it like in a first time kind of like viewing thing. Yeah, so it comes out like that. Really, Murmur? Asahi, I'm sorry for teasing you. These jokes of yours are in poor taste. No harm done, I suppose. You really should quit doing that to people like me, though. Sorry, you're like a kid brother to me, a pure-hearted one. I wanted to see how you'll react. Who are you calling a pure-hearted, huh? I let out a heavy sigh. I didn't consider myself pure-hearted, though I suppose I would be next to these guys. He's been like this ever since I've known him. Not sure if he's a bit of a bully or if he enjoys his pranks. Despite that, he's a dependable figure to rely on. So can we get to the actual reason why we are here today? I assume I've been summoned to the guild by the guildmaster because you have a job for me. Ah, of course. About that job, could you head over to the order? What you're saying is the guild job came from the order for me. Actually, one thing that might actually help me is to increase the speed. Maybe it would be better. Because sometimes, imagine, I am reading in here and there's like a movement going down in here and it messes with me. So I'm like, maybe if I increase, it might be better. It's still the same. I don't think it did. Oh, I put it on the auto, didn't I? No, message. Yeah, message. It's one more. Why are you issuing this request? The guild and the order don't seem like they'll lean on each other to get simple jobs done. We don't, though we do have some public dealings for formality's sake. I'm doing someone a favor. Grant, did you land yourself in hot water with the order? Like being arrested for public indecency? Grant spat his tea out in a perfect arch. Murmur ran for shelter under the sofa with a cookie still in its mouth. Why you... Thought I'll get you back for just now. You had it coming. Hey, I apologize. The commander and I go way back. What? Are you really? I couldn't contain my disbelief. It wasn't my fault, okay? The Valkyries order, simply known as the Order, was led by a commander of noble lineage, known for being a man of fortitude and upstanding morals. You look like you've got a lot to say about that. Look, I get why you'll be skeptical, but we really are pals. Friends. Hold on. Okay, I see. Whoa there. We are only friends, no benefits. I don't get in bed with just anyone. Definitely not my best friend. Not sure if I believe that. Anyway, will you go? Can you fill me in on the details? I like to know what I'm getting myself into before I meet the commander. It's nothing complicated. Consider it an extension of the catering you do for us. He'll tell you everything you need to know. He's eager to do business. You've got nothing to lose from this. Go on, there's profits to be made. The renowned Valky's Order. Humankind's last hope against the encroaching monster invasion. Where knights hunt their skills to take to the battlefield and keep Asgard safe. Never thought I'll find myself in a place like this. Is something the matter? Leading me down the lengthy hallway of the Order was Vice Commander Hugo. Towering me by overhead, his body reflected years of training. He was a lion beastman with a fluffy-looking mane, beard. Unlike what you'll expect from a knight of his station, his demeanor was gentle and he spoke in a pleasant, low tone. It's nothing, I'm just a little nervous, plus I have this little guy with me. In my hurry, I forgot all about Murmur. Bringing it along seemed like a bad idea. We are very much grateful that you agreed to be here at our behest. Please do relax, Sir Murmur is rather charming and well-behaved. In no way does its presence pose any trouble. Murr! Thank you. You are welcome. Come this way. The commander awaits you in his office. I apologize for taking up your time. Mr. Asahi, was it? I am Frederick, commander of the Order. The commander rose from behind his desk. His height was easily 2, even 3 heads above mine. I spent most days surrounded by people larger than I was, and something told me his imposing aura wasn't solely due to the armor he was clad in. His hair was cut short, his beautiful emerald eyes were enchanting. Though his expression was tender, I felt his penetrating gaze as he scrutinized me, and it made me anxious. No trouble at all. Nice to meet you. I'm Asahi. I saw him from a distance once. He was probably on his way to subjugate monsters. He was at the center of a procession of mounts stacked in white armor and menacing gear. I recall being unable to peel my eyes away from that sight. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine ever being involved with these knights, yet here I stood before their commander. No need to be so formal. Yes, sir. It's hard not to be in his extraordinary presence. His armor made next to no sound as he moved, not even a clink when he stood up. There was no doubt that had I been some insolent lawbreaker, my head would literally have rolled. Yet despite having nothing on my conscience, I still felt jittery. Hugo, fetch us some tea. Right away, sir. Murr! Huh? You dummy. Sorry about that. This fella's a bit of a glutton. No offense taken. Its cheekiness makes it much more endearing. The little guy's Murmur, it's been like family to me from when my granny was around. Then it is only right that we treat it as such, Hugo. Mr. Asahi, may I offer Sir Murmur some sweets? Sure, if it's not too much trouble. I mean, he's been like snacking all the time. What's going on? Murmur. Snacking all the time. Meh. You daredevil, are you still eating after all these cookies? Sir Hugo made a fantastic cup of tea. Much better than what I served, enough that my attention shifted to my drink instead. I believe Grant has already filled you in. The gist of my request is that I like for the order to be able to order meals from your establishment just like the guild does. I'm honored that you would seek my services, but doesn't the order have a dining hall? I'm not out to steal business from people in the same trade. There had to be a reason why this went to a lone chef like me, and it's not just because Grant put in a word. It would be hard to turn them down after coming here. Still, I'll rather not bite off more than I could chew. I'll see thread carefully. Treat carefully. Treat is not thread. Yeah, it's not. I'll treat carefully and see how things go. Like, as I say, I'm reading it very raw, and then I start saying things that aren't in there. I run a small bistro. There's only so many orders we can handle at a time, and delivering them will be a challenge. I understand. Grant did highlight that to me. We, of course, have no intention to impose a burden upon you. Will you allow me to elaborate on the details of our proposed arrangement? I'll appreciate that, yes. Next comes the matter of why we are asking you despite having a dining hall. You don't have to explain it if it puts you in a tough spot. I'm unable to divulge too much about the matter at present. So Hugo refilled my empty cup. His graceful movements reflect how accustomed he was to receiving guests. I thanked him with a slight nod before returning my attention to the stern-looking Sir Frederick. The biggest reason is because the knights themselves demanded it. In their words, meals from the order are generous in portion but poor in selection. Like Nikki, huh? Some of my regulars were complaining too. I don't know, should we point out Nikki? Maybe we shouldn't, right? But I don't know, like, I've been thinking about it, and I don't know if this does not actually put us into each guy's route, you know? I'm like, I don't actually know. But I don't want to, like, be saying that it was specifically him. Some of my regulars were complaining, okay. A knight's body is his greatest asset, and considering their monstrous appetite, I can't blame the order for putting quantity first. I know of adventurers who, on top of eating out 3 times a day, also order catering through the guild. They say that health is wealth. Sorry. I need a moment. It's my asthma. They say that health is wealth, which is a given since you only have one life to live. Wonder if something's stopping them from replacing the kitchen staff over the complaints. Mind you, this opinion isn't unanimous. Nonetheless, there is significant demand for more appetizing food. And mentioning this to the guild brought us to here. A number of our knights dine at your establishment. I can also relate to their desire to enjoy good food, while on duty. This is a great opportunity. I'm just not sure if an ordinary guy like me should do business with the order. That isn't the sole reason. I must admit it weighs upon my conscience to involve an unrelated third party in our internal affairs. Sir Frederick's side shifted downwards, which took away a little of the pressure I felt. Approaching you was Grant's, the guildmaster's, suggestion. Simply put, we wish to forge a positive relationship with you. With me. Correct, you are connected with merchants not just within Asgard, but throughout the autonomous regions of Yggdra. A network unbelievable for a man your age. That's all thanks to my grandmother. All I've done was maintaining the relationship forged in her time. The Yggdra merchants are a tough crowd. That these relations persist under your management speaks of the trust they have in you. It flatters me that you think so. Yeah, that one too. To be honest, some of them only deal with me on account of Granny. Changing the subject, how much do you know of the meager lands retained by man? That's a complicated subject. I barely know a thing about the capital or what goes on in the west. He must be testing my knowledge. I better give him an answer. I've been to Yggdra before. I only know other places by their names and location. That's about it. I'm afraid I won't be much help when it comes to that. No, that is sufficient. Some have led their whole lives unaware of what lies beyond Asgard. So lead. This is what I was saying. Like, I'm just reading it and then I'm like, that's not it. Some have led their whole lives unaware of what lies beyond Asgard. Having said that, there are things you ought to be made aware of. While some of what I am about to say is surely known to you, I hope you won't mind if I reiterate them to keep my explanation thorough. Okay, yes, please. Of course, please go ahead. Very, very well. You go, the map. I have it here. All territories within the highlighted area are more or less where people live. As of now, our belief is that human civilization does not exist beyond these regions. Oh. The key to their defenses lies within Asgard and the Alpines, which monsters find inhabitable. That said, there are tough nuts and oddballs who choose to live in the lands beyond. To the north lies Asgard, with Yggdra to the east, Niflheim to the west, Muspel down south, and finally the capital in the middle of it all. In contrast to the capital ruled by the royal family, the surrounding regions are autonomous and unlike each other. As you are aware, outside of these locations is a barren wasteland dominated by monsters. I must warn you that unlike the monsters found within our lands, those that exist further north are on a class of their own in both ferocity and sheer numbers. Their strength far outclasses that of humankind. The average knight or adventurer would never stand a chance. But I digress. We must return to the matter at hand. Now, where was I? Well, I should point it out to him. Which region was I elaborating on? Which region? It was like... Wasn't he talking about this one? I don't know, we'll see it. Matters surrounding the capital are exceedingly complicated. I shall attempt to keep things as simple as possible. All 5 locations on this map were once a single kingdom under the monarchy. Once the world found itself close to ruin, each city sought independence, effectively separating themselves from the capital. This put each region on equal footing with the royal family, or at least it should have. The royal family and aristocracy saw otherwise. Many still cling onto the bygone days of the monarchy's rule. They insist that autonomy was granted to each region and that all still answer to the capital. It is for this reason that Asgard's aristocracy are in contention with the capital. Their primary business lies in metalwork and the like, though they boast a great number of craftsmen. A lot of their work is currently taken up by Asgard. Okay. Jewelry and the arts are often produced in the capital, but it is Asgard who handles the production or arms and maintaining the rampart. The capital's history is one of royal rule. However, the gap between the rich and poor, there is leaps and bounds wider than in Asgard. Okay. Many fled, hoping to take refuge in other regions. Their numbers make accommodating them a challenge. Which region was I? Okay, so he wants me to like keep choosing. Okay. Yeah, I don't actually know if the gameplay is going to be like this. Imagine having like their faces and then you need to choose one place to be with them or something. I don't know. I'm exploring with you. Yeah, Yugdra. I believe you are more familiar with the region of Yugdra. I propose that we corroborate what we know. To the east lies Yugdra, roughly half a day ride from Asgard via the Tama Express. Its livelihood comes from supplying food, from growing staples such as wheat, fruit, and vegetables to dairy farming and raising livestock. Its fertile grounds, lush with greens, is what feeds us all. Though Yggdra's role differs from that of Asgard's, it is undoubtedly another lifeline that ensures humanity's continued survival. Many of its people deal in agriculture and related businesses and are generally affable. Which region was I elaborating on? Okay. Muspel is best known for its scorching climate. It also boasts a rather unique culture. Monsters form a distinct ecology within its expansive desert. Sometimes with the desert, sometimes I'm going to say desert, and I'm like, no. And desert is written in another way. It's just like when I'm just like reading, like the expansive the desert. Yeah, because I want to eat something like cake or something. Yeah, sure. Subconscious mind. Since ancient times, people there learned how to both coexist with and combat them if need be. They say living in this harsh environment gave them a taste for battle, and they take great pride in being warriors above anything else. It is a fact that many powerful mercenary and adventurers hail from Muspel. Being a fighter myself, I can help but be deeply curious about them. Pardon me, I have once again digressed. The people are mostly self-sufficient. Their primary trade could be said to be their spices and textiles. I understand you frequent the Adventurers Guild. Then it would be best to seek a Muspel adventure should you wish to learn more of their climate and culture. Okay, then go Nifl. There is not much that can be said about Nifl. The region used to be known as a holy city under the strong authority of the temple which worships the goddess Norn. However, in the struggle and confusion brought by the rise of multiple new religions, the temple's influence is now far from what it used to be. There are whispers of apocalypticism propagating, and with it cults that sow discord and public disorder. As for its livelihood, many of the people earn their keep through fishing, as only Nifl has access to the ocean. Okay. Asgard gets most of its freshwater fish from Yggdra, while saltwater fish comes from Nifl, albeit still supplied via Yggdra. What am I doing? Stating the obvious to a chef, pardon me. The arbor, how it must have thrived back when the world was a much wider place. So the one left. I presume there isn't much I can tell you about Asgard that you don't already know. the fortified city of Asgard, considered humanity's last stronghold. It is the most prosperous of the aforementioned regions, including the capital. Unfortunately, the disparity of wealth is stark, and there is a constant flow of refugees seeking a better life. Asgard serves two primary purposes. The first is to fend off the monsters from the north from either invading us or even stampeding their way through. The other is defending the Warden's Eye, the ore deposit where we get our spell gems from. Our daily lives are reliant on magic items which use these spells gems. With the deposit being the last of its kind, its loss would spell the end of humanity. On top of that, working conditions are worsening and crime is on the rise. Resolving such issues fall upon us knights, but it pains me to admit our efforts are lacking. The relationship between these autonomous regions and the monarchy is complex. Throw aristocrats and knights into the fray and it becomes a bigger hassle. Are you saying I can do something about that hassle? From what Grant has told me, I am certain of it. I could go into further detail, but what I wish for now is that you acquaint yourself with us and us with you. I understand how high-handed we must seem. Will you assist us nonetheless? Norn's Dine's owner, or rather, Mr. Asahi. I take he's not giving me the whole story to keep me from being too involved in case things go south. If he's after Yggdra's connection, it would mean this has to do with food. I'm busy enough with my current work as is. If I had to be perfectly honest, I shouldn't take on additional risks. I thought of how the knights threw themselves into battle for the city. Of Nikki enjoying my plate of pilaf last night. My desire to spread joy through food remains the same, and this offer aligns with it. Not to mention the earnest gaze of the man before me. On top of Grant's referral, I could also tell that he was trustworthy. Yeah, the thing is, like, he's running like a bistro and he's delivering food to the guild at the same time, and now he's going to deliver food in here. This is just one guy, right? I didn't saw anyone else with him, so it's like, I know it's fiction, right? It's just when we start thinking about things in a reality, it doesn't add up. It's just like that. But yeah, sure. My dude, sure. I don't want to live up to their trust. No reason to refuse. I want to live up to the trust and no reason to refuse. Yeah, sure. I can't promise much, but I'll do as much as I possibly can. If that's acceptable to you, then the catering will be limited to individual orders to start with. That is sufficient. You have my gratitude, Mr. Asahi. Sir Frederick stood up and offered his hand. I hastily stood up and shook it. Sir Frederick, you don't have to be so formal with me. Asahi will do. Then you may call me Frederick. That's a bit of a high hurdle. Will Frederick do? Whichever you find comfortable. Like, you can call me Frederick. Oh, can I call you Frederick? Yeah, it's when you are supposed to have the honorifics in there and you don't have them. But they could have put in this in another way, which is like, he felt like calling him Frederick would be too much. Maybe they could have translated in a way like, oh, then can I call you Sir Frederick or something? Like, do you understand? They could have put in this in another way, like not just, you can call me Frederick. Oh, then will Frederick do? You can totally notice that there's the lack of honorifics in there to make these, for these to make sense. That's it. Yeah, it was probably like between like the Sama and Sun, the honorifics in there. Probably. I remember hearing that he's from a reputable, oh my god, it's not coming, reputable family, I couldn't tell if I was carrying myself in a way that was acceptable to a man of his status. Look at that rugged face with its chiseled features. The commander has surely achieved more than a guy like me could ever hope to. His emerald eyes looked at me, after which he gave a smile. It made me feel restless. I can only imagine how many people were drawn to him that way. This was a man magnitudes greater than me, definitely a guy everyone has unwavering faith in. In that respect, he's just like Grant, the guildmaster, except their personalities are like day and night. How they become friends is a real mystery. You may discuss the conditions of our deal with Hugo. Is that okay? Of course, I hope we'll have a good relationship moving forward. He gave my hand another firm shake. He's a commander, all right, that kind of hurt. I do apologize for taking up so much of your day. Don't be, I still have time before my next errand. Are you sure about our agreement? I seem to be making more out of this than you will. As you should. Consider it a show of our utmost appreciation. I'm grateful for that, but the prices they are paying are steep. Dealings with aristocrats are exasperating, aren't they? They can be difficult on top of being intentionally ambiguous. One must never show weakness or while conveying one's thoughts. Real aristocrats aren't like that, mind you. We have, in essence, forced you into making a deal you were in no position to refuse. Thus, you needn't concern yourself over our expenses. Think of this as our retribution for taking advantage of your kind-hearted nature, Mr. Asahi. He sure gives a different sort of vibe to Frederick. It didn't take much for him to work out what I was thinking. He's clearly been through so much more than I have. By the way, you may also call me Hugo. Okay, but I hope you will forgive me for continuing the formalities on my end. Old habits die hard. Oh, of course. He really is reading my mind. Sir Hugo, pardon me for interrupting. I have with me documents that require urgent attention. Oh, with us, it's kind of it's different. How should I put it? We also, it's not exactly, I wouldn't say that it's exactly like you, because you have like the you, and we have two ways of approaching, which is you for us is the informal way, and then we have another one that is the formal way to approach someone. Yes, we have like two ways. Yeah, in my language we have two ways, and we kind of stick to, I noticed when I was in the US, you are more into just going, and I say this because in England it's not like that either. I don't think so. When I was in London, I didn't notice that. They still keep to a type of a formal approaching to people. In the US, I noticed that you are more into the informal with even a person that you just met. And yeah, like in here in Europe, I think we still keep having like that thing of like still going in a formal way with people until we actually find that it's okay for us to approach the others in a more informal way. So we have two ways to do it. We have other ways to do it too, which is like through the verbs. Even through the verbs, we can make it sound like we are being more informal or more formal with that person. So we have, I wouldn't say that it's like in your language. Yeah, it's different. Excuse me, Mr. Asahi, do you mind waiting a moment? Yeah, but especially like the US English. I noticed that you tend to be more informal with everything and everyone that you met. You are usually more informal. Don't mind me, Hugo. I can make my way back by myself. Sir Frederick entrusted me to see to your safe return. I kindly ask for your understanding, busy as you may be. I shan't be long. All right, since you insist. While waiting for Hugo, me and Murmur were directed to a gazebo of sorts, which offered a full view of the knight's training ground. I see a familiar face heading this way. Oh, see, like he really has a mix of a monkey. Look at his tail. Yeah, he really has that mix. Because the first time that I saw him, I was like, oh, Saru. Over at last. I say we grab some good grub before popping over to the brodel. Again, it's not like we have steam to blow off thanks to the vice commander not being around. You really love going there. Yeah, and you don't? Then again, I suppose we have different tastes. Love me a lady with a bottle butt and huge bazookas. But that doesn't mean I am a horn dog who drops by the brodel day after day. I go there more than you do, but not every day. Hold on, sounds like we are both men of culture. Thick butts and tighties so big their shirts bursting at the seams are the kind of reaping man you love to hear moaning as they take your dick. I know, different strokes, you and I. Me, I wanna have my worries melt away in the sweet embrace of big blossoms. You are missing out. Nothing tops a man topping another man. That reminds me, I've been seeing these half beasts around with huge man teeth and a great ass. Oh baby, how I love to take him off the streets and into the sheets. Sure, power to you. So Nikki, what's your type? Who, me? Yeah, you. The other guys brought up how you never seem to be into this stuff for your age. That's not true, isn't it? Nikki here is in the middle of one bittersweet love story. What? How'd you know? What was the name of that joint everyone's talking about? There's a guy with a nice body who works there. He's the one, right? The heck are you talking about? I don't see him that way. Your reaction says it all. I can already feel the incoming heartbreak. Must be nice being so young. You're yapping nonsense. Anyway, have there been any juicy stories about the commander and vice commander? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, touchy subject. Not surprised that people would want to know. Wait, what? You saying there is something? There's an unspoken rule among the Vats when it comes to Commander Frederick. Besides, it doesn't feel right to be gossiping about the commander's love life. True, he's got that saintly, chaste man image going on. I can't imagine him as someone who fucks. Still, he's a man in the prime of his life. Surely he has a sex drive. That plump ass and hot butt under his armor. It's only a matter of which way he swings. Wonder if he tops or bottoms. Stop defiling his reputation with your horny fantasies. Shut up, dude. It's like you worship the commander as your god. I believe in the commander over Norn, so you're not wrong there. This leaves Vice Commander Hugo as a real mystery here. He's an ogre of a drill sergeant, but apart from that, he's a gentle soul and an exemplary gentleman. You think he'll be taken by now, yet he has no partner or kids. Yeah, I get it. The Vice Commander's charming, feral, and undeniable majestic. Even when he goes wild, his glorious mane never loses its elegant lustre. He may be tough on us, but behind his stern eyes is a contradiction mix of a loving father and brutal tyrant. I thought you didn't like Vice Commander Hugo. That was a long time ago. Did you know this dude used to be super cocky, real head up, his ass guy, always opposing the Vice Commander. Got sent to the barracks on the regular for it. After that, he became the model knight you see today. I never knew that. Pretty surprising. We used to be curfew breaking buddies, sneaking out for booze. What a shame. Makes you wonder what they did to him at the barracks. I'm guessing they made him their dog. Wore a collar, got on all fours and stuff. A collar? Quit it. How could you even suggest that? I mean, I love that, but no. I would never land Master in any trouble. Sure, buddy. Did you say Master? Drop it, Guido. Gotta know when not to stick your nose in. The Vice Commander has lots of groupies who fancy themselves his private guard. Looks like we have one right here. Those were the honorable knights of the Valky's order. Guess I heard them engage in dirty talk. It's not like I was disappointed in them or anything. We're all guys here, I get it. I've heard the brodel workers who drop by mention the knights here and there. I'll be terrible company in conversations like that, but I'm not averse to the topic itself. Mer? I couldn't help but listen in on what they were saying, including the stuff about Frederick and Hugo. Thank you for your patience, Mr. Asahi. Whoa. What's the matter? Your face seems a little flush. Are these... Aha, I see. You were witness to an unseemly display. Not at all. I wasn't... Nothing unseemly there. More like those knights were hard at work. Their vigor is commendable. However, their failure to notice a member of the public suggests their senses are dulled. Were it not, I shall have them whipped back into shape. What a great smile. The entrance is that way, yeah? Time's wasting. We should go. I shall be on my way. Thank you for your time today. And thank you for walking me all the way home. Oh, yes, the tea you served was really delicious. Would you mind telling me the brand? What you had was a personal blend of my own. I'm pleased to hear you enjoyed it. I will have some ready for you next time. Your own blend? That's amazing. Aunt Monica said that blending tea and herbs was tricky because you needed the right combination of leaves. I haven't had any luck myself. I have no trade secrets to share. I am nothing more than an amateur dabbling in my hobby. There's nothing amateur about your blend. If you have enough stock, I'll love to buy some to serve here. Please, I couldn't possibly charge for something so trifling. Oh, but there is a favor I'd like to ask. Should time permit, would you grant Sir Frederick the opportunity to hold Sir Murmur? Murmur? No problem. Why Murmur, though? Sir Frederick is in fact a keen animal lover. Regrettably, the animals themselves are fearful of him. Ah, makes sense. His imposing presence and sharp glare is enough to keep them away. I observed that Sir Murmur appears to exhibit no such fear towards Sir Frederick. That's right, Murmur will cozy up to anyone as long as they have food. Murr! I see, then I shall ensure that he is in possession of plenty of treats when the time comes. A single cookie is good enough. This fella's been eating too much. I think so too. Mer! As you wish, I shall have the tea delivered in the coming days. Have a good day. After an elegant bow, Hugo headed back into town. Then it hit me, I completely forgot about the marketplace. Oh well, I still have tomorrow off. Murmur and I waited until Hugo was out of sight before I placed the key into the door. It's not locked? Damn it, Julio, must have forgot to lock up. The kitchen lights were on, some vapor trailed the air, and with it the smell of tomatoes, olive oil, and parsley. It's not him, this is... Julio would be down here whenever he's hungry, but he hardly ever cooked for himself. Something about not wanting to take over my territory. He's pretty uptight about these things. There's only one other person under this roof who uses the kitchen. A broad back and two large ears perked upwards. The tail sticking out of his seat was also perked up, swaying back and forth to reflect his cheery mood. His ears moved towards my direction, a sign he had already noticed me. Oh, hey boss, welcome back. Audible chewing was followed by a big gulp as he prepared to get up. He is Dine's other employee, Raito. Yeah, so there are at least two, right? Working there. No need to get up, finish your food, can't have a warm meal go cold. I stopped Raito from standing, his tail still wagging, and headed behind the counter. I didn't want to interrupt him enjoying his favorite dish. So I'm home. Welcome back. Maybe he would prefer to say welcome back. Okay, for me to say welcome back. Welcome home, Raito. Having some omelette, rice, right off. Huh? Omurice. Made it with leftovers, boss. Can't ever get enough of this stuff. Raito was raised at the orphanage and used to work in the ore deposit. He was in a sorry state when we first met. Come to think of it, I served him omurice then. I recalled how he wolfed it down with gusto. In fact, that was when he chose to work here. He really does love omelette rice. I'm worried that's all he'll ever eat if left alone. So how would things go in Yuktra? Being by myself left in a tease, but thanks to your letter, the farmers and traders treated me like one of their own. Gave me all sorts of yummy food to try. Oh yeah, here are the papers, boss. Glad to hear it. All the contracts are in order, thanks for doing this. Asgard and Yuktra are nothing alike, aren't they? For sure, it's so green there. Couldn't believe they have all those orchards and sorry and fields. Asgard serves as the front lines in the battle against monsters, while Yuktra has the vital role of managing provisions for the cities. They are naturally important for eateries like us, so I appreciate that you did the trip. I couldn't have handled everything on my own. I'm stoked that you let me handle a big job like that. Just say the word anytime, boss. I'll do anything you need. The cheerful energy is something Raito does. That Raito has and is infectious. He's such a likable guy that I figure he shouldn't have any problems here. I was right. Before I knew it, Raito had finished his omurice. Yet his eyes were saying that it wasn't enough. His ears were slightly flopped and he seemed a little down. Righto, I can make you something if you're still hungry. What would you like? You will, boss? Sure, anything we have the ingredients for. I was just thinking of filling my own stomach. Okay, then I like to have omurice. Right. You know, omurice, remind me again, that was it you just ate. There's a difference. Your omurice isn't like the others, it's a special omurice. Well, if you're okay with having it again, I guess. You sure about this? Yes, sir, omurice. The boss is making omurice. Seeing him this happy is never a bad thing. It's his unbalanced diet that's the problem. It was a mistake to ask when I already anticipated his answer. Next time I'll suggest a dish packed with vegetables. As for this, I'll mix in lots of chopped veggies. I could make it into a garlic rice. That was damn good eating. Thanks a ton, boss. You're welcome. Now then, we should get preparations for tonight out of the way. After that, we can rest upstairs until we open shop. I'm sure you must be tired from your trip. Tomorrow's a day off, so we just have to make it through the night. No problemo, boss. Your omurice has me all charged up and ready to rumble. That's good to know. Alright, I should eat up too. Say, where's Julio? Still sleeping? He was up for a bit earlier. When I asked if he wanted me to cook his share, he said you were gonna make him some boar stew. I never said that. You what? Boar crap, I was looking forward to that stew. You promised. Did not you expect me to make something that requires lots of preparation right now? Not to mention, I was thinking of making boar cutlets today special. Granny's secret recipe said to start by giving the bones a nice long simmer and to add the herbs in a specific order. I could hurry a few steps and the stew still wouldn't be ready until noon tomorrow. No way! I'm hankering for a good stew. I could eat some stew too, yeah. My tummy's been growling like mad. Asahi, you meanie. Pipe down, damn it. Okay, you win. I'll start prepping today. You'll have your stew tomorrow. Tomorrow, you hear? Woohoo! What I said, righto? Doju will be feasting on Nornstein's legendary boar stew. Holy crap, boss, you will! I love boar stew! It goes super well on omurice. Moo! Like, I know, you've been like laughing and laughing with my things, right? I was played cogging Julius' dirty trick. I didn't expect Raito and Murmur to join in. He can be sly when the food is concerned. Well. Boar stew it is. If I start now, I should be able to put it on the menu the day after tomorrow. I haven't done that in a while. I'm sure there'll be happy customers. That settles it then. You'll help, won't you, Julio? Okie dokie, your wish is my command. I'll help out too, boss. Maroo, maroo. Transition. Thank you, we hope to see you again. Boss, is this it for today? Yeah, that was our last customer. You can go now, I see you finished cleaning the kitchen. Really, boss? I can still work if you need a hand. Nah, I'll be done once I lock up. Go have a nice bath and relax. Alright, I'll have my bath before Julio has his. Good night, boss. Good night, you did great today. Okay, the bistro's closed tomorrow. Except there's still work to be done. Once I get some prep work out of the way, I'll have a bath. Then prepare Murmur's food. When I thought of what an eventful day today was, it reminded my body of the mild fatigue that was setting in. Better finish fast and hit the sack. Go to sleep on my fluffy bed with a fluffy murmur. And like yesterday, tonight was like any other night, one where I had company in my home, this bistro. My other lodger should be back tomorrow. Let's do this. I lightly psyched myself up. With my sleeves rolled up, I focused on what needed to be done in the kitchen. No, we haven't met everyone yet. No, still not. No, there's still more. They are like, I don't know. I don't remember. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they are 8. But let me put it like this. Let me see it in here. Yeah, they don't have. So during this game, you will be able to date 4 guys. Then they have a DLC that it's not out yet, and honestly, I don't know if it's coming or not. Okay, because sometimes they only bring like the game, and then the DLCs they do not bring, because imagine, not a lot of people actually got the game, so they decide to not actually bring the DLC. But for instance, having in count the ones that we already met, like this guy that you are seeing, only available on DLC, not in here. The Guildmaster, only available on the DLC. You're not going to be able to do him in here. The monkey boy actually is not in here. Funny thing, I thought he was going to be a dateable one, but no. Julio is a dateable one, and you have it in this one. You can date him in here. Frederick is also a dateable one, and you can date him in here. Then there are like 2 more, at least in the ones that you can date through these main game. Yeah, there are 2 more that we haven't met through the demo yet, okay? But we are going to meet them. In fact, we still miss 4 guys in total. So yeah, that's why I was telling you that this is going to take me like, I don't know, 6 hours or more to do the whole demo. And you're going to see all of them through the demo, okay? So, boss, good morning. Morning, Raito. Is Julio still asleep? I heard him snoring real loud. Right, breakfast for 3 it is. He can wait. Shido's still not back yet. Yeah, I could say Rito, because I've been saying all of that. Yeah, I could. It's just that I think it sounds, how to put it, this is one of those names that for you it's probably better if I just say Raito, because you would associate better if I just say Raito. Because even in Japanese, they do not say Rito. They do not say it like that, okay? It's more, it has a sound more like Lito, and not actually with the roll of the R that you do, okay? That's why I'm like, let's just do it like this, Raito, yeah. He said he'll be gone for a few days, so he should be back today. Raito, do you want your eggs fried or scrambled? 2 sunny side ups, please, boss. Roger that. I think I'll have the same. Take a seat. Let me help, boss. Salad and soup needs plating and the bread toasted, right? Thanks. There's muffins in the paper bag. On it. Murmur, you're awake. I'll toast some muffins for you. Oh my god, like this freaking pet is always hungry and always eating. What the heck? Having been used to this, Raito swiftly prepared cutlery for 2 people plus a murmur. then plated the dishes that were ready. He knows how to take the initiative, unlike Julio. I thought back to the night without Raito and cracked the eggs while concluding I could never run the bistro without him anymore. I'm guessing you still haven't fully slept off your trip to Yuktra. We have 2 days off, so rest up. Gotcha, boss. I'll be hitting the shops for a bit. Then I'll be in my room all day for some R&R. Where are you headed? I thought of giving Luca a visit. Oh, can I leave Murmur with you? Mur! Sure thing, boss. We can have a walk together. Come to think of it, Lucas hasn't been around much lately. Being an adventurer is probably keeping him occupied. Then again, he's not one to take care of himself. Makes sense. You'll be worried. You are brothers after all. Yeah, it's what family does. Oh, got the yolks just right. Righto, get the plates. Brothers. That may be what we are, but we haven't been together much after Luca chose to live independently. He doted on me like we were related, then one day he flew the coop to be an adventurer without consulting anyone. My parents and Granny understood he had a goal in mind and respected his decision, but being as young as I was then, it made me feel lonely. Luca never came back to live here, even after I succeeded the bistro. It's what led me to regularly checking in on him, tidying up, and bringing him food while I was at it. Maybe I'm doing this for my own peace of mind. Luca always seemed like he'll up and vanish someday, and I wanted to maintain the bond we shared. But that's not all. What it comes down to is that I'm worried about him. Once breakfast was done, I headed out to Luca's place with a care package in my arms. Oh, if I'm saying things in the wrong way, it's normal. It's, as I said, I don't remember how to pronounce most things. Luca, you home? I called out to him while knocking on the dated wooden door. While I could have let myself in with the spare key, it's basic manners to first announce my arrival. There was no answer. There's also that thing which is like differences that you have like in accents, and sometimes it's even hard for me. One of the most common ones, and I think I already said, is with water. Like even in the Great Britain, they have different ways of actually pronouncing water. They have. And when I went to the US saying it like this, it was, something. Because the waiter would just be like, oh, what are you going to ask? What do you need? And I'll be like, oh, it's fine. I just stay with the water. And she would like look at me like, what? Because you have like this mix of like in some places like water, others more like water, and like, you have a mix in there too. So it's like there's also this, which is you have a mix. Sometimes I get really confused, and then I understand that what I'm saying, it sounds not it doesn't sound the right word for you, but for another place it sounds like the right word. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Sometimes it's just me, but there are a lot of times where I feel like it doesn't sound the right way for you, but it sounds for the others, because it's English right now. Let me tell you, English right now, it's a mix, because you have like so many places where it is spoken. Like you have like the Australian one, you have the Canadian one, you have like even like in South Africa too. Like you have like so many places where you have like so many distinguished pronunciations of things. That is such a mixed bag. Do you understand? So I kind of like that. Also, the fact that I deal with a lot of languages, so like I tend to forget how to pronounce things. I forget, and sometimes you're like in here and like it's not like that. It's not like that. Yeah, I mean, sure, I get that. It's just I cannot keep it. Sometimes I go and see how the word is pronounced. Next day, I forgot about it. Like I do not keep it in my mind, and it's like that. However, I did hear the sound of running water from inside. Luca, you in the shower. It's me, Asahi. I'm coming in, okay? After raising my voice, I heard something akin to a reply over the running water. Here I come. You wouldn't think someone lives here. Maybe we stay in here with meeting Luca, right? Because I'm getting tired too. As I prepared the simple meal with the ingredients I brought, I also unpacked some ready-made dishes, all while surveying the room. May as well clean the place a little while the soup reheats. The room was by no means filthy. That said, no effort had been made to keep it tidy either. The empty alcohol bottles strewn about, coupled with the untouched sink, indicated that his lifestyle was anything but healthy. First the bottles go in the bin, after that I'll wipe the floor. I always had a thing for cleaning. Enough that I even cleaned the rooms for my lodgers on the second floor, with their permission, of course. Not that it took much effort, since Shido and Raito kept their rooms tidy. It's Julio who's the litter bug. Asahi. I heard a voice from above while I wiped the floor, bringing my mind back from the present. It was a low, calm voice I've known for a long time. Luca. Oh, right. This is like a good place to end it for today, don't you think? I think it is. The first thing that greeted my eyes after lifting my head was the sight of Luca in his underwear, with his hairs wet. It seemed that he hadn't finished wiping himself down, as water droplets dripped onto the floor. Luca, you ought to dry yourself properly. I rushed since I heard you. You didn't have to. Also, this may be your own home, but you shouldn't still wear some pants. Your fans would be in tears if they find out. I left out the part where they'll likely be in tears of joy. If only he'll be more aware of the sex appeal he unknowingly oozes. He does, though. Hey, I'm wearing something since you told me off last time. Isn't that your underwear? So what if it is? We live together, it's not like you've never seen me like this. Luca's choice of loungewear used to be his birthday suit. We may be brothers, but I found his lack of clothes an awkward sight at the same, hence his present state. Still, I wasn't sure if underwear was enough. Nah, it's better than nothing, and I should be grateful about that. Beholding Luca's well-trained body with muscles in all the right places made me conscious, whatever, about my own scrawny build. Yeah, I don't think I can say it. Conscientious. I feel like I'm talking in French. Conscientieuse. Truly, cannot say it. Cannot say it without like going into the French. Honestly, cannot. Like, there are some words that are like that for me. I just like go into that. So it's better if I say with making me conscious about my own scrawny build. Yeah, you just want to make fun of me, of course. That was my problem, not his. By the way, I'll do your laundry along with mine. You must have a pile sitting somewhere. No, you already have a lot on your plate. Don't sweat it, I'm doing the laundry for everyone at the bistro. Yours won't add much to the workload. Luca, are you... Like, the choices in here are so weird. Don't you... You're feeling it too, aren't you? Like, what kind of, like, choices are they... What? This top, this towel... Stop, this towel... This top... I didn't sweat. Okay, let's get you changed, big boy. God, I just remember when you wore your shirt inside out. I stopped since you got mad at me. That's good to know. I take that you are at least wearing a fresh pair of undies. Undies? 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 I don't remember how to say this. Oh my god. Oh, how do you say this? Of course I know what it is. Oh my god, it's been ages. And you're like, oh man, I say that like every day. Oh my god, I forgot. How do you say it?
Undies.
Undies. Undies. Okay, okay. Undies. Man, how long has it been since I even said this word? Undies. Okay. I'm going to forget. Oh, God. Terrible with this. Please stop it with the awkward pause. Luca may not look it, but he was quite the slob. Though I wouldn't go as far as calling him unhygienic. I opted to take his word for it despite the suspicious silence. I want to believe him. I couldn't recall if we've had this song and dance before. Some brother I am. Anyway, I want to see your laundry ready for me before I leave. Are we clear? Crystal. Next to your hair, all I see is a wet mop. Have a seat over there, I'll dry it for you. You will, thanks. I took the towel from Luca, large drops of water continued to drip from the ends of his hair. Sitting on the chair, brought his head down to my chest. Starting from the front with a little more force, I run the towel all over his head. He smells nice after his shower. There's something mature about the scent. No, you cannot do the brother in this one. You need to get the DLC. No. No. Yeah, not on this one. Wonder what shampoo he uses. Could it be perfume? Me, on the other hand, I've been told that you smell like the sun, boss. Does that mean I'm more like a child? His darker complexion makes him seem different from most Asgardians. He just screams mature adult. It's no surprise that he's popular. Asahi. What's up? His question caught me off guard as my mind wandered, which resulted in my peculiar cry. Did you cook for me again? Yep, I figure you must be busy since you haven't been dropping by lately. I was prepared to leave you food that kept well if you weren't home. Sure glad you were, though. I see, sorry for the trouble. If you feel that way, then you should show yourself at the bistro more. You can even head straight to the 3rd floor. I'll try to make time since that's what you want. I understand that you're a busy man. That should be dry enough. Want me to tie it? Nah, leave it. I'll give the food some finishing touches. I'm guessing you haven't had anything today. When was the last time you ate? What did you have for dinner? Cripes. Isn't an adventurous body his greatest asset? Can't say I never saw this coming. I'll whip you stuff that can be kept for days. Don't neglect your 3 meals, okay? Knowing my brother, his definition of dinner would be a swig of the bottle along with a light snack. I should drive the idea of visiting the bistro whenever he can into his head. Changing the subject, have you heard from Mum and Dad? No, nothing on my end. They are probably someplace with no means of communication. You worried about them? Not quite, of course, I care about them, but I'm mainly curious about where and what they are up to. They are strong enough to stay safe. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about, though considering what they are trying to do, I can understand your concern. The purpose of my parents' journey. They are out to save the world from destruction. Sounds like something you'll heard from kids playing make-believe. It all started with talk about Granny, who was said to be a descendant of a clan who worshipped Norn. The idea was that tracing the clan's roots could lead to a clue that might save the world from its gradual end. The clan once lived in the far eastern lands, and the exact location is what my parents were out to find, or so I've been told. Child of Norn. Is this about Grandma? Isn't this whole thing kind of embarrassing, overblown, if you ask me? Mind you, Asahi, if that's what they called Grandma, then being her direct descendant should also make you a child of Norn. That's... no way. If I were, I can't say I like the idea. Luca knew my secret, which was why he's aware that I harbor no real adoration towards Norn. His silence reflected that. Knowing our folks, they'll end up in some remote land, run into a powerful monster, and gleefully take it on. I was shocked when I first heard them described as battle junkies. They always carried themselves like ordinary parents to me. I'm not sure what to believe now. I could see that happening. Luca's expression softened a little. It was a look he showed exclusively to me, otherwise he was generally inexpressive and almost always looked deadpan. Okay, that'll do it. Eat up while it's hot. Thanks, why don't you have some too? I already had my break. Actually, I might have a little. I wanted to talk to Luca for a little longer. Dad and I wanted to watch him eat my cooking. Placing the cutlery next to the food, I sat opposite of Luca and reached for the salad. Okay, let's leave it at here. Okay, because as I said, I'm getting tired. I need to stop. But we're going to continue, because I think it makes sense for us to know all of the cast. You know, makes sense that. And it was already quite a lot of this one. Yeah, it's different. Like, usually when I do these ones, they usually go towards the erotic and sexual scenes quite fast, I would say. So this one is kind of like different in that matter. They are really building like a narrative in here, which makes it actually a lot more enjoyable, I would even say. A lot more enjoyable, yeah. So we are going to continue tomorrow. I am tired. I need to rest today, especially because of my voice. I feel it a lot in my voice. Sometimes I want to continue, but it's my voice. I cannot. So I'm going to, as usual, leave the link in the description. But I think tomorrow we're going to continue this. Then we will see, because I know the demo for this one is long. We will see if I'm able to end it a little early. We might do another one, maybe a Yuri game, to be different. We'll see it, okay? But I'm I don't want to compromise because, as I said, I think this one is kind of like long. I think it's a long one, and I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it. To do another one tomorrow. Okay, so but that's it for today. This one is not at an ending stage. Okay, we are going to continue this one tomorrow, and let me tell you, I'm really sorry for all of the mispronounced things that I keep saying and I keep repeating and I keep, but if you've been like following me, I'm like that. I'm like that. So thank you very much for being there, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.